Close up, forget all your trouble, raise up. Now that's what I say. Lie up. There's no need to think you just hit on the stick. Blow it.
Check this out.
Okay. Now here we have it. It's if it's not Sheriff, what?
Steve Hager's project, forget it.
What's his SH?
Steve Hager.
Hager.
Okay, let's move it on.
Project, forget it. Okay. Now what? What's the? What can we? How can we turn that into a plus?
Well, that's an unfair comment.
Well, it says that I'm blocking anything that I don't control, and I don't believe that's true.
Does everybody agree? Should we just?
Well, I think
What good can come from it? What good
I
can come
think
from it?
that sometimes people have good ideas. They don't think they can just go to Mike or Eleanor and say, you know, what do you guys think? In other words, and I think people can. I've gone to you guys with proposals on a number of occasions over the years, but I don't know if everybody's aware that they're usually pretty receptive. So I don't know that, I wouldn't think it's fair to blame Steve. What I'm saying is, I think if Steve's already occupied, is he going to devote 20 hours extra in a week to promote a project that's your project?
Okay, let's go here. Not enough respect for opinions of younger employees. Is there any way to solve that?
Well, they could
Old folks listen.
They could stop offering opinions.
Old folks.
Are you serious about that? You want to make it a?
I think that.
Then write it down.
Yes,
Write it down.
older.
Old folks listen.
No, older employees.
You know any old folks around here?
Me.
Of course not.
I include myself in that mix.
Oh, yeah, do you?
Oh, I definitely do.
Okay, old folks listen. Okay. Now here we go. Need to get realistic about achieving most of these goals. That goes up in what your point, Steve. Stop talking about lack of youth in editorial. Can we solve that?
Before there's a lawsuit?
I think it's before there's a lawsuit.
Okay, paranoia, blame, who's going to get whacked, and quality buds. Can we solve that?
I think paranoia, blame, and who's going to get whacked are all related.
Have we covered it though? Have we?
Yeah.
But it's,
Well, what suggestion? What do we have that?
who's going to get whacked or rhetorical?
Well, if you have quality buds, you don't get as paranoid.
Okay.
Yeah, those three things are related to, like, you know, the manufactured crises. Everybody's worrying about, you know, today's manufactured crisis is going to take me down. It gets in the middle of what we have to do in order to get to the next deadline.
Well,
Which keeps coming up no matter what we
I would
do.
have to disagree that really poor sales are not a manufactured crisis. You know, that's a reality.
Well, there
Now,
is fluctuation. Is there
now,
really
if
poor
there's an
sales?
overreaction to it or something,
is
that's
there-
something to discuss. But I think to use the term manufactured crisis is to miss the point that, you know, if sales drop drastically enough, then management is forced to cut expenses, and that's going to mean someone's job, and that's the last thing anybody wants to see.
Well, first of all, I'm not just talking about that
What's the
particular
solution?
issue.
What's the solution, John? What's the
Yeah, John, what's the solution?
What's the solution? What's the solution?
There's no easy solution to this.
Well, I think there is.
I think
you ignore the top, the best seller and the worst seller of the year.
Okay, I've got a suggestion. I have a suggestion. Will you write it down for me? Is to consider using a 12-month moving average for statistical review. A 12-month moving average. We get the average of the previous 12 months and see if you can beat that average. And that's a more realistic than that takes out the fluctuations.
John, as far as the blame culture goes, I think that does happen around here, and I think that it moves around about who it is, but I think there is a lot of fear about people being fired, and there's a lot of scapegoating that goes on.
What's the solution? I want to hear the solution.
I don't really know, but I'd like to bring it up as an issue that it does happen.
I want solution. I'm not talking about solutions.
Well,
you saw my
John,
cartoon.
I'm
we're not
asking.
storyboarding. We're
I don't
now
have a
going out and hunting the
solution.
animals.
Take some responsibility. It's got to stop being a bunch of crybabies, I think, and blaming everybody else. And
okay, stop blaming everybody else. Write that down on your card. That was a good idea. I mean,
Here you go. Cards, yeah.
Right, yeah, that's it.
What if there was some kind of meeting?
Wait a minute, listen, I want everybody to listen. Wait, listen to this
What
young
if there
man
was
here.
some kind of little meeting between the people who were involved in the issue to discuss if it's sold poorly, what they think the causes might have been if it's selling poorly? Was it a market factor? Was it a that editorial content?
No,
Would you write that
discuss
down?
why the good ones sold.
Well, yeah, that also.
And website, now we're going to talk about the website and solutions for the website. I'm going to prompt your memory or your thinking by reading these. We need a financial investment. We don't have enough financial investment. General conflicts. We need more staff. There'll be a lack of staff, lack of equipment. The website hasn't changed ever. No teamwork, no solid direction. It's a feature, not a bug. And over here we have not enough resources for the website, a lack of involvement, employee teamwork and coordination, no decision to pay staff extra for website work, ideas of web staff not implemented or respected, no teamwork, and lack of cooperation. Those are the ticks. Now, how are we going to take those off? What are the solutions for the website?
Reorganize website to mimic magazine, put different editors in charge of different sections, and allow creative control to be shared.
Okay, that's called a mouthful. That's called a mouthful. You mouthful. Okay, put that mouthful right up there next to it. Good. Hager, Hef Not. What's it?
On this side over here, there's all the high times. So, in my opinion, marijuana, I couldn't communicate. I was physically abused as a child. I couldn't really socialize. I couldn't talk because I stuttered so bad, and I had nightmares because of the physical abuse. And it wasn't. I had to go on an immense voyage to figure this stuff out. But when I was 15 and I discovered marijuana, I stopped stuttering.
Coach up, forget all your trouble, raise up. That's what I say. Lie up. There's no need to freak, you just hit on a stick. Blow it.